Paul McCartney died in 1966 in a car crash, and the British Secret Service replaced him with an imposter. All the Beatles and Brian Epstein went along with it because they didn't want to lose money, and the joke's been going on ever since. He's not really Paul McCartney, you know. You see that band up there? They call themselves the Beatles, and they're doing their Sgt. Pepper's album in 1967, and that's Ringo, and that's John, and that's George, and that's not Paul. That's not really Paul. That's a guy called Billy Shields, or Shields, or William Campbell, depending on whose story you believe. It doesn't really matter. But that's not really Paul McCartney because he died the year before. Yes, yeah, that's right. Oh, shut up. Do you know, one of the things that I really love about YouTube is getting your comments after my videos and all your comments during my live streams. That's great, and most of you are absolutely brilliant. But sometimes I seem to get pounced on by the Paul is dead brigade, and it's happened again just recently. Now, I have no intention in this video in going through all the different theories about what happened in 1966 and the conspiracy that's been going on ever since, because it's all utter nonsense and not worthy of debate, frankly. But I wanted to show you some of the comments that I've received on my videos over the last few weeks. And I've got a challenge for you all that I hope will be a little bit of fun at the end. So yeah, every now and again I get these comments, and I'm going to show you some of these. So, Paul McCartney is a double called Billy Shields. No, he isn't. Where's your proof? Where's my proof? Well, have you ever looked up something called Russell's teapot theory? The basics of it are, if I say that there is a teapot floating around in orbit around Earth, then the burden of proof lies on me to prove that that's true, not on everybody else to prove that it isn't. Billy Shields has written his biography detailing that he was brought in through the Secret Service for Britain had to protect the £1 billion band after Paul blew his mind out in a car. What utter nonsense. And I think I gave the only reply really that could be done for this. What was next? We had, I've been a fan of the Beatles for 50 years. I have never liked the person who calls himself Paul. I have seen Paul, and this is not him. Absolutely mental. I don't know if there is a correlation between the Paul is dead people and flat earthers, but I bet there's some crossover there. Here's a good one. That imposter isn't Paul. When are you people going to wake up already? You embarrass yourselves. There are those who know who would like to see the real Paul alive again, but he's dead since 1966. Can't you see the signs on the Sgt. Pepper album? It's in your face. And just to follow it up for no obvious reason, the real Paul McCartney revealed, photos of real Paul and proof. Well, that seals it then. We've then got this one who likes to go into a little bit more detail. James Paul McCartney died in a car crash on September the 11th, 1966. No, he didn't. Brian Epstein, with the consent of the authorities at the time, hey Beatles. Oh, God save us all. This is absolute nonsense. People say about, well, can't you see the differences in his face from 1966 to the years afterwards? Well, have a look at these photographs of John Lennon from 1966 and 1967. There's a pretty big difference there. I don't see anybody claiming that John died in 1966. I've even seen people suggesting that the person playing Paul McCartney was also the same actor who was playing Viv Stanshall from the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, and that the only reason that Viv died years ago was because that the actor playing them couldn't carry on doing both roles. I mean, how utterly ridiculous are these people? First of all, rest in peace, James Paul McCartney. Beatle Bill is now turning 84. No, he isn't. Not Paul, Billy Shears. Hang on. The person before said Billy Shields. You can't even agree on the name of the person who's supposed to have taken over from Paul McCartney. You know it's true, but print lies. That's not Paul's face, it's a surgery smile, and not really all that convincing once you see the real Paul. John, Paul, George, Ringo, pre-66, then John, Billy, George, Ringo. No, shut up. We've then got a couple that I want to go a bit easier on because despite it being the same crazy theory, these people are actually quite polite with it, and I love a bit of politeness. So this one, Andrew, this is a subject close to my heart, and does detail a very sort of detailed looking theory about what's going on. It's still utter nonsense, but I appreciate your politeness, as I do with M. Again, having done much research over time, goes into the theory. The theory's crazy, but it's presented so beautifully politely that I don't want to have too much of a go here. The crux of the matter is, this is all absolute nonsense. And 99% of us know this perfectly well. But there's that 1% who just refuse to believe that this isn't all some elaborate hoax that was cooked up by the British Secret Service. Do you think that John Lennon and George Harrison in particular would have gone along with this? Absolutely not a chance. You disrespect those two people by suggesting that they would. Now, I know the story well of what happened in 1969 when the rumours first surfaced, and for a little while there was a bit of confusion going on. Genuinely, information wasn't as easily transferable across the globe as it is these days. But at that moment where they tracked down Paul McCartney on his farm in Scotland, that should have been the end of it, and this should have been relegated to just a little interesting footnote in the crazy world of the Beatles. But instead, we're here over 50 years later, and people actually believe this nonsense. It is crazy. Now, I'm pretty much at the point where I'm not going to put up with it anymore on comments on other videos. I've given as good as I get on some of the comments, but I'm kind of sick of it. But in this particular video, I am happy for any of you to post your theories. Now, I don't care whether you believe it on this video. I don't care whether you don't believe it at all and you just want to make something up. On this video, the comment section, anything goes. Let's have some fun. And to be honest, I think that some of the theories that some of you are going to make up for a laugh are probably going to be no dafter than the theories that people actually hold true. So come on, let's have some fun down in the comments. Give us your craziest, utterly crazy theories on the Paul is dead conspiracy. Give us some made up ones, well, they're all made up, but give us the ones that you believe or the ones that you just totally made up for a laugh for this video. Let's see them. But after this video, I'm not putting up with them anymore. Right, I'm away to have a cup of tea in my Beatles mug. Oh, hang on a minute. That's not Paul McCartney.